Let's take a very cold analysis of the situation right now. Okay? The date today is the 19th of July 2017. Okay? We're merely 20-something days to the general elections. Okay? Now, let us just take a very, very cold analysis of only the facts. Okay? I welcome you to join me. Those of you who would like to analyze politics, looking at the facts first before any emotions kick in for your favorite party or before any emotions kick in for your favorite candidate. Okay? Now, I have been following very closely this year's general elections, and I started officially at the beginning of this year. But it seems from my research a lot of things were happening even towards the end of last year that are relevant. Now, a lot of the things you're going to hear in this recording I've covered before in my club 1999, and a lot of the times when I cover it, because whenever I get information I just report it, I have left things hanging. But today, for the first time, I'm able to put together everything, to join the dots. And the story is one amazing story. Even as we go into the elections, it is a story worth hearing. It is a story for those who are students of politics. It's an amazing story which there's a lot to be learned from going forward. Who knows, tomorrow you might be in a political party, you might be in a situation where you need to make political decisions. This is a lesson and a half to be learned. Okay? Now, Ruto swept into power through the scheming of DP William Ruto. He did something which is completely amazing, something which was unprecedented in Kenyan politics before. Okay? From nothing, he schemed his way into creating a ticket that carried the day. He overruled what had already been planned. President Mwai Kibaki, in leaving power, had already organized his intricate exit plan, which involved a successor. And that successor was supposed to be Musalia Mudavadi. Okay? But William Ruto came from nowhere, literally, and upset everything and reorganized and got his own ticket through. And that is how Ruto burst into power. Okay? A lot of the hard work was done by DP William Ruto. Credit has to go to him. Very smart political player, whatever you think about him. He made the right moves and got the duo into power. Fast forward towards the end of 2016. Cracks began to emerge. Many people had predicted that there'd be a falling out, that William Ruto would lose power in the Ruto partnership. And you'd not blame them for predicting that. We have seen that happen very many times. Powerful vice presidents have just been reduced to nothing. Okay? And of course, the fact that he had a partnership with House of Mumbi, a lot of people were very, very, very apprehensive and were sure that somewhere along the line Ruto would be dropped. Now, the new constitution does not allow you to just fire your deputy president. But many people are sure that it'd be stripped of powers. Many people are sure it'd be put on the back burner, okay, as the president ruled on his own, with his own powerful, close kitchen cabinet and allies. It did not happen. But towards the end of 2016, those cracks clearly started emerging. Close observers will have noticed that the body language between the president and his deputy dramatically changed. Okay? A lot of the things that were happening in the background were secret, but a few things were noted, a bit of information came through for me, and came through to me, and one of the most interesting things was the fact that the deputy president's security detail and entourage dramatically reduced. In the public domain, we saw statements that the deputy president and the president should do campaigns separately on their own. This came out very clearly, and we even had threats from DP Ruto's side. This is all in the open media. All this is all in the public domain. But I'm just reminding you so that I piece it all together for you. We had threats from DP Ruto's side that he could not just be wished away. He was important in the coalition, etc., etc. I don't want to go into details. You can refer back to that very easily. Okay? Here I would like to move very quickly, because the whole purpose of this analysis, these recordings, is to analyze where Jubilee Party stands at the moment and what can be done to salvage the situation so that they do not lose this general election. That's really what it is. Now, this particular incident I covered in one of my earlier recordings, whereby there was a curious meeting between the Deputy President and Moses Kuria and Johnson Sakaja. It was suspected that Johnson Sakaja and Kuria were representing the President in some sort of negotiations with William Ruto. Now, this meeting took place at a very interesting place, at a meat joint at Dagoretti Corner. We captured it in this channel, and we said a lot of interesting things. Looking back at those recordings, I'm just amazed how most of those things are accurate. We insinuated that William Ruto would make a move against his former close ally, Uhuru Kenyatta and Jubilee. That did not happen. Our judgment was based on the fact that there was a lot of grandstanding from the Ruto side and something had to give. Okay? But the situation remained as it was. The relationship between the two was definitely not the same. Now, if there was anybody who doubted there was something wrong, that doubt was completely thrown out of them. That is for curious and close observers, and people are sensitive to these changes and who observe politics closely. That doubt was thrown out of the window when a very curious meeting happened in the Kabarak home of retired President Daniel Arap Moi. You remember that? Founding First Lady Mama Ngina Kenyatta had a meeting with the retired President Daniel Arap Moi. Shortly after that meeting, Kanu and Gideon Moi were brought closer to Jubilee, and this culminated in a kind of memorandum of understanding whereby Kanu would fully support the re-election of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and in return they would be given positions in the new government when and if President Uhuru Kenyatta got re-elected into office in the 2017 elections. This was happening in January. We captured it, of course, in this channel in a very long recording. Now, the big question after that meeting, which a lot of analysts were asking, is if William Ruto represented the Kalenjin nation, what was the whole point and what was the whole strategy of bringing in Gideon Moi? And to make matters worse, Gideon Moi was a sworn enemy of William Ruto. The two were not working together. In fact, the two had been very busy since 2013 in a battle for the hearts of Kalenjin, in a battle for complete control of the Kalenjin nation. Yeah, so that was a big puzzle for a lot of Kenyans. Now, in the next part of this series, or rather recording, I shall answer that big question. Okay, because that big question is what is going to lead us into the next part of this recording, so that we understand exactly what happened. This is Chris Kumekucha. As you know the drill. Click on that link on the top left hand corner of your screen, and you'll be on to part 2 of this amazing recording.